Forecast TV on YouTube, and the topic today is going to be the surf metrics wave and wind tables tabular data that I have that's simple but very effective at looking at the forecast over the next 16 days. And what I plan to do is actively use these tables in a forecast situation to demonstrate some of the information that we can pick out of the tables in the local time wherever you're at, wherever the beach is at. Okay, so we have a big storm on Sunday that's on tap. Some of the specifics are still a little uncertain. The models are not completely agreeing on the exact timing. So the forecasts put out a couple days ago have changed a little bit, but in general, the winners for this storm, it looks like Wrightsville Beach, New Jersey, and areas of Northeast Florida from New Smyrna all the way up to Jacksonville Beach. Areas south of that in Florida will have waves and pretty good waves likely, but looks like the wind's going to be more directed offshore on Sunday for the beaches where I grew up around Daytona Beach, especially in New Smyrna Inlet. But the main purpose is indicated is to show the power of these surf metric wave and wind tables that I generated. And on that point, let's go ahead and move from windy here. And by the way, I'll use my pro version or premium version of windy. I think this is allowed for these discussions. So I just wanted to give a shout out to Wendy. It is one of the best tools out there, probably the best tool that's been developed in the last decade for weather enthusiasts and surfers. Okay, we'll start out with Ormond Beach, where I was born. Again, what I'm going to do is go over these wave tables and exactly what they show, and then provide a couple of examples for this next storm. So the tables are using the latest forecast, probably the best forecast that we have at the moment. And as you see at the top, the tables contain the estimated surf zone, the max period, the wave direction. I have a chop index, wind in knots, and wind direction. I believe a lot of people have probably looked at this and been confused because there's so much coloration going on, but these colors are strategic and they match the values that are in the table. And it's pretty clear with surf height on the cooler side, or colors that are on the cooler side indicate lower wave height. Here we have a reddish color, which correlates to surfable waves in the stomach high range, and also the period here. So we have both the surf height, estimated surf height in the surf zone again, and the wave period, two of our most important variables that we're looking at. And the time is here every hour, so that's a key. This is hourly data, so you can see how this stuff changes from hour to hour. We also, what I've also put in here is the wave direction, and this is super important. You want, the wave to be coming towards the coast, perpendicular to the coast instead of parallel is best, obviously. And chop index, wind speed, and wind direction. And again, the wind speed has a coloration that goes from cool colors, low wind speed, to hot colors, which indicate higher wind speed. But what's key about this table that many may have not recognized is both the wave direction and wind direction coloration are done in a relative sense to the coastline. So you'll have cooler colors when the wave direction is directed towards the coastline, and you'll have cooler colors in the wind direction here when it's favorable or directed offshore. So that's key. So you could see here for Ormond Beach, as we go back a few hours into Saturday, the wind direction coloration is hotter, meaning that it's directed at the coast and indicates choppier conditions. So this is specifically a wind favorability coloration here. And as the wind turns south along the coastline, it goes to a white color. And then as the wind's directed offshore, we have these cooler colors again. So this is where you see the favorable winds. So Ormond Beach, Sunday, starting really in the morning, the wind becomes favorable. We have 3.5 foot surf, waist to stomach high, maybe some chest high sets coming in, and the wave directions from the east-northeast, and it turns to the east throughout the day. So this is a great example of how you can use these tables to kind of zoom in or to kind of identify the exact hour in some cases when the wind's going to become favorable and you still have swell coming in.